What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today it was actually revealed to us the true hero of the Marvel-Sony deal and who actually saved Spider-Man, placing him back in the MCU where he belongs, and allowing Sony and Marvel to tell the story that they originally intended on, with Marvel Studios being able to wrap up the cliffhanger from Far From Home. Thanks to The Hollywood Reporter today, we learned that Tom Holland was actually the one that mended bridges between Sony and Marvel Studios, revealing that at the time, that being several weeks ago, that the two studios weren't talking at all, and that negotiations between both of them were 100% dead, just as Sony had claimed, but that Spider-Man star Tom Holland talked to both the chairman of Sony as well as Disney, Bob Iger, easing both of them back into negotiations with one another, and essentially asking if both studios would allow him to do at least one more Disney film. This is a direct quote from The Hollywood Reporter, but in true Peter Parker underdog fashion, an unlikely hero emerged to reconcile the two warring factions less than 6 weeks later. Holland himself, sources say the Star 23, made multiple appeals to Disney chairman and CEO Bob Iger and Sony film chairman Tom Rothman to reach an agreement and a resolution. It was then announced on September 27th for Marvel to produce a third Spider-Man movie for Sony and for the character to appear in at least one additional Disney Marvel film. So now it's confirmed that it was actually Tom Holland that managed to save Spider-Man, as The Hollywood Reporter would later go on to talk about how they actually stopped negotiations in August between Disney and Sony, and that the two studios were no longer talking about the Spider-Man character and renegotiating, until of course Tom Holland stepped in and asked both of them to go back to the drawing board and back to the table. But there it is, guys. Again, it was actually Spider-Man actor Tom Holland that managed to save Spider-Man for the MCU, and likely if the actor had not said anything to both studios, we would not get Spider-Man back, as again it's being reported that in August Sony and Marvel were no longer talking with one another. Anyway though guys, what are your thoughts on this? And do you prefer Spider-Man out of the MCU, or would you have liked to see what they did with him over at Sony? I know there's actually a small group of people that were interested to see the Sony Spider-Man story play out, so if there's any viewer that actually thinks that way, I would love to hear your opinion in the comments below. Again, thanks to Spider-Man returning safely back to Marvel, there is a big sale going on the Avengers merch page. I will link it at the top of the description below, so be sure to check it out if you're a Spider-Man fan. At 260k again, we'll be giving away 4 digital copies of Endgame, but I'll save the rules for a later video. Thank you guys as always so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button to assemble and join our team, and have a great day.